Yay Networks.
Parenting is such a breeze, oh, but it would bring you to your knees if it weren't for Chatty Daddies. Oh, yeah, the Chatty Daddies.
Welcome to the Chatty Daddies.
A podcast about three parenting experts, or at least we claim to be parenting experts. We're just basically three dudes. Very, very average dudes.
Let's say, who do you think the best father in Hollywood is? We've done the draft before where like we do like characters on a TV show, but who's like a good dad?
The
like,
actual best human, like real person. Dad?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So like is Bob Saget an actual good dad, or who's the best dad in the game? Because Tom Hanks, I would normally go be like, Tom Hanks is like, but he's got the weird kid.
got the weird kid.
one.
He got Chet Hanks.
Yeah.
So doesn't mean he's not a good dad though. It just means Chet decided like I'm gonna be a rapper and use a Jamaican accent.
I mean, it's not like super popular, but the one that came to mind was Jim Gaffigan because he has like five or six kids. His wife went through like a very tragic like brain tumor.
Oh, no.
And I mean, she's alive and well, but it was a big, long process. And so he comes to mind.
What about the dad from American Pie? What's his name?
Eugene Levy.
Eugene Levy.
He seems like he's got his kids' heads screwed on straight. They are still in the showbiz entertainment industry.
And successful, right? And they
That's
don't get
right.
in trouble. They seem like they're pretty good humans.
Nick Cannon. He has a lot of kids.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
We're talking good dads.
Oh, yeah,
right?
my fault. Sorry.
Fun dad, yes.
Look
Yes.
at me judging.
You know what's interesting? You said Jim Gaffigan. I think comedians probably make really good parents. Like the other ones I'm listing in my head are also comedians. Like there's a guy named Tom Papa. Seems like an excellent father. He always tells stories about his kids. Nate Bargatze tells a story about his daughter all the time. It's great.
Imagine James Corden being your dad.
Yeah.
That guy's probably the greatest dad of all time.
I'm thinking of, what's his name? David Beckham. He's got a lot of kids.
Oh, heck yeah.
He seems like
Interesting.
he'd be a cool dad at least.
And I don't think his kids have gotten in trouble or
They're
anything.
not
They seem like
super-
they're cool.
They're not
Yeah.
in too much drama.
They're models and stuff. David Beckham. There it is. The best father in showbiz.
Is he?
I don't know.
We could debate this all day long.
It's tough to do. I know. There's a bunch. I'm sure there's a lot of good dads in Hollywood. We just don't hear about it.
I bet like Chris Hemsworth is a good dad.
Oh, yeah.
Seems good.
Think about being able to tell people your dad is Thor,
Right.
and he walks in the room looking like Thor. Like Iron Man never walks in the room looking like Iron Man.
Nah, he's all looking like Robert Downey Jr.
Is there a reason you bring this up?
No, just making
You just
comments.
wanted to know. I had a parenting moment this weekend. It was championship weekend in sports for my kids. So my son has been lucky enough to be on a really good football team for the last, 4 years, 5
His
years.
position.
He plays on defense. He plays defensive end, and in the offensive side of the ball, he plays wide receiver and tight end. But he mostly played defense this year because we had a lot of kids, and every kid has to play equally.
Okay.
And so he's been on a really good team. I, on the other hand, never won a championship, guys, in football. I never, ever got to play in a championship game in tackle
Does
football.
that still haunt you
and-
while you're trying to go to sleep at night?
And what position did you play?
Quarterback.
Yeah, and who
Shut up,
does
shut up.
the
Shut up.
usually fall
who
on?
takes all the glory
Yeah.
and who takes all the blame?
Shut up.
All right.
So I have, I've never got in my head, right? Like I never figured like, I'm a horrible person because I never played in a championship game. But now seeing my son being on this team, I realized, man, I see a pep in his step every year when we make it to the championship game. And then after we win it, them boys have their chest up. Well, we made it to our third championship game this
Impressive.
weekend.
That's really good.
Whoa.
We were going for the 3P, Trey. It was getting good. It was getting good, This could have been it. This could have been what they call them a dynasty in professional sports.
Yep.
And unfortunately, we got our butts kicked.
It happens.
It happens.
It happens.
It's a team that we have been very competitive against. It's just we got our butts kicked. They just got our kids got put on their butts and then they didn't get back up, and that's okay. And after I was wondering how Kaysen was going to treat this loss. Your first ever loss in a
Big
championship.
deal.
game.
Yeah, it could be-
especially going 2 in a row already.
Right.
You're probably walking around a little cocky. At least I would be at that age.
Could get first sports cry moment.
Yeah, and it was.
All right.
My son was on the sideline, full tears, and there were a couple kids on our sideline that were crying, and there was a moment where you have to be a father And you have to realize, what kind of dad am I going to be? Am I going to be the macho dad? Shut your mouth,
Toughen
stop
up,
crying,
kid.
toughen up, put some dirt on it? Or am I going to be a human? And I decided to be a human. There were a couple boys on our team who I think have the macho dad, and that's fine. You know, we need tough boys out there. And they said, Kaysen, stop crying.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped them and I said, no, don't tell another human how he should feel. Let him, if he feels like he wants to shed some tears over this because he put his heart and soul into this game, let him. Let him get those emotions out. This is a place to do it amongst your boys, amongst your family. Let him get it out. And I noticed that a couple guys were holding it in, and they now started tearing it up and letting it out. And I remember we walked past. One of the kids on the other team called Kaysen a crybaby, which got to him, and he asked me about it afterwards. And he said, I felt bad crying after the game because it's football, and you're not supposed to cry in football. And I said, no, nobody ever said you're not supposed to cry in football. That's just
Baseball.
a saying out there. It's baseball. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, you're not supposed to cry.
And I said, look, if it really hurts your feelings enough, don't bottle your emotions. Let them go. You know, don't be so over the top, screaming, crying with snot coming out of your. But it's okay to have a tear come out. And as far as that kid calling you a crybaby, if they would have lost, I guarantee you, those kids who worked their butts off just as hard as you guys did would have been in tears as well. And you've been on that side. You've been on the championship side. And what did you see last year when those boys walked by for the high fives? He said they were crying. I said, exactly. That's what happens when you lose. It's a big emotional roller coaster. So I feel like that's a good way to handle it. I don't want to raise that kid that wants to be too macho and think he's too good for emotions.
Yeah, no, you were fine.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in a weird spot in the world right now because, like, competition in sports, like, you've got the old school thinking still where it's like you got to be stoic and you can't ever cry and you got to make sure that you're the badass around town. And then there's like the new parenting style coming in where it's like, no,
be
show
human.
your feeling, be human. Don't be all like, oh, I'm never going to show emotions ever. So it's a weird like mix between like the old school dads and the new school dads. I feel like maybe that's been going on forever. But it seems like we're in a new wave.
Well, I'm sure every generation thinks the generation below them are sissies.
Wussified.
That's happened since the beginning of time.
Of course.
I would assume.
You know what helped me with my decision of how to treat that is just watching the NFL players in a Super Bowl game.
Exactly.
And after the Super Bowl game, they always flash to the guys that lost, and they're in tears, and rightfully so, man. That's you might never make it back again.
Right.
There's not a guarantee that you're going to play another championship game, and that's why I told my boys, I was like, listen, I never got one. You guys got 3. And you guys got 2 actual wins in those games. You're 2 out of 3. That's great.
Are you guys going to be able to run it back, the whole team coming back, or are y'all at a point where y'all have to split off into like junior high actual,
We're
go
coming
to
back.
school?
So we got 2 more years with these boys before we got to graduate them up to middle school football. And
Okay.
So we got 5th grade and 6th grade, and then after that, we hand them off.
You know, a lot of times after the team doesn't win the big game, the coaches have to go.
It's true.
You know what I mean? So, JC, your job may be on the line here.
Well, my job is voluntary.
Well, you know,
So, I mean, if
the Players Association may come together and get rid of you guys.
I have wondered, like, maybe there's a chatty daddy listening on how this goes about, because I know there's got to be some youth football teams. And again, the coaches are volunteers. Mm-hmm. Has anybody gotten fired as a volunteer coach? You think so?
100% for sure.
I for sure
Probably
did.
for worse reasons than, they ran the ball when they should have thrown the ball a couple of times. Probably for some more,
Sure.
Physical
Gross,
things. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure I may have told this on the podcast. If I didn't, here it goes again. Yeah, when I was in elementary school, one of our coaches got so frustrated at practice, he picked up a kid by his shoulder pads and threw him.
Wow.
And he was kicked out.
Is this the coach that gave you the nickname?
No, that was a different coach.
I don't even want to say his nickname.
Okay, well,
It's Nick with an ER at the end.
ER.
So,
totally
Like-
meant to be innocent.
Golfers used to wear Knickerbocker
Sure.
pants.
the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
The New York Knicks.
That's their long name.
And my coach would yell at me, yell that name, call me that name across the baseball field all the time.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's one of those nicknames you want to get away from real quick. And after that tough loss with our football team, I felt a little bit down. I tried to be stoic, and that's because we are coaches, so we had to be the ones that didn't let it get to us. But maybe this is one of those moments where I got to reach out to my friends over at BetterHelp.
Yeah, we love BetterHelp. BetterHelp is a place where you can connect with your own licensed professional therapist right from the comfort of your own home. Think about that. You don't have to drive across town. You don't have to wait in some uncomfortable waiting room. You don't have to be, knee to knee with some stranger you've never met before. You can sit right on your couch and unload on someone, and you don't have to do it in person. How great is that? From anywhere in the world.
Everybody needs somebody to talk to about their own biggest problem. So you can get connected safely and privately online, and you can get connected in under 24 hours. Send a message to your counselor anytime, day or night, and they will get back to you with a thoughtful and timely response.
If you want to start living a happier life today, as a listener of the Chatty Daddies, you get 10% off your first month. Just visit our sponsor at BetterHelp.com/daddies. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/daddies.
So I got a couple things. Trey, you said that you were a perfect parent.
That's right.
I think I don't know how to handle this. So similarly tying into what you were talking about with emotions and kids crying and
How
stuff.
to deal with it, yeah. Isn't that the toughest thing to do as a parent? Like,
there's been a few times like we've gotten my son, he just turned 5, he'll get into like playing in a very unorganized but organized group of kids his age doing t-ball in the neighborhood. It's just the park in the neighborhood. Sometimes halfway through practice he says, I want to quit, I want to go home. And I'm like, no, we're going to stay. And we stay. And then so along those same lines, we went to a monster truck rally this past weekend. It was great. It was a Hot Wheels monster truck rally.
No, Hot Wheels has a monster truck rally?
Yes, and so it was really cool because a lot of the monster trucks are styled after what they actually have the toy.
Yeah.
It's like we didn't know this, but we got there and like my son had some of the same Hot Wheels monster trucks that were driving around.
I got that one.
It was pretty awesome.
I'm so happy I have a boy. I get to relive all my dumb kid fantasies.
Listen, have a girl too. Girls are dope too.
Yeah.
I had kind of thought, okay, since it's Hot Wheels, it's for like kids and families, maybe it'll be somewhat quieter. I don't know why I thought that, but maybe it'll, there's like 3-year-olds going to this thing. Surely it's not going to be the loudest thing in the world. No, it was the loudest thing in the world.
You thought they were going to have like Tesla monster trucks out there?
No, but somehow
Genius.
muffle the sound a little bit.
Nope.
But it was in an indoor, like concrete building, so sound was bouncing off the walls. We got my son headphones and stuff, and I think he just got really scared. There was a few times he was crying. He got a little emotional. We would walk out of our seats.
Yeah.
And, shuffling in and out with a 5-year-old through the middle of a row of seats is not easy. We did it 100 times.
So with the headphones, were they something you like rented or did y'all buy them?
We bought some off Amazon.
I think they do rent them out there.
They may have. But there was like 6-month-old babies
Just fine.
asleep in their parents' arms with headphones on. And my son was screaming. I don't think it really hurt his ears because he did have headphones on. But I think he was just maybe getting a little scared.
Does Davis have is he sensitive
Like a sensory
to
thing? I think sometimes, yeah.
Because Kaysen did.
Really?
And we took him to a monster truck show. We get invited. We're on the radio, so they invited us to the monster truck rally. And Kaysen at the time, really into monster trucks, like most kids at I think he was 4. And we took him out there. And sure enough, it was so loud that it freaked him out. And just like Davis, he was in tears. He was screaming. We lasted. And again, drive out there. Probably it took us about 50 minutes to drive. Park, walk, because it was in one of the biggest stadiums. It was at AT&T Stadium.
Huge.
AKA Jerry's World. Then walking, then getting up there and finding your seats. It's a whole thing.
And as soon as the first engine revs, they start freaking out.
We were there 15 minutes, guys. We were there for 15 minutes. And when we had to go, Kaysen couldn't handle it. Not even with the headphones on, couldn't do it. We took him to a baseball game. I have a buddy who was playing baseball professionally. And he was playing for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And he was playing against the Texas Rangers. And he said, hey, got you guys dope seats. Kaysen at this point, maybe 2 years old. He was a little bit younger. And this is when I knew. We got to sit behind home plate,
Great
5,
seats.
6 rows back.
On camera, I bet.
On camera, Nick.
Yeah.
He hooked it up. It was his homecoming. He's from here. First time they announced the first batter. Kaysen loses his crap. Could not stand the cheering. Anytime a bat swing, clack, yeah, screaming. Lasted 1.5 inning.
Oh, geez.
We had to get somebody else to go sit in those seats. That's just how some kids are.
And so it was very loud. Luckily, there was a good intermission, and they came back and they just did motorcycles, so it wasn't as loud. But then the monster trucks came back out, and so he got kind of scared again. So I said, "Hey, I had a hoodie with him, like a sweatshirt, and so I put the hood over his head,
Thunder jacket,
and then I put the arms, like the sleeves of the hoodie, over his head too, and then I put the headphones over that just to like insulate it a little bit more. And it must have gotten too quiet because there were monster trucks, 7 monster trucks, and this kid fell asleep.
Yo, you
So
you cracked the code, Nick.
Maybe it was too much sound insulation, but he fell asleep. And luckily, it was only like the last 15 minutes of the thing, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But he just kept like snoring, falling, drooling on himself asleep.
How did he do with the wake up?
He was fine.
Yeah?
Like I just kind of took the headphones off, and he kind of woke up, and he was ready to go.
You should have waited for a monster truck to come back and then taken him off.
I was just like, is that it? Like it was two extremes. And he fell asleep.
That's very peaceful. Like he's just whatever. All right.
Yeah.
Time to go to sleep.
Fell right asleep.
What time was that at? Like
It was
around bedtime?
Maybe like 4 in the afternoon. No,
Oh,
not
so
bedtime.
it's
no.
just-
And he had just had a bag of cotton candy. He had just had some popcorn and some snacks. So like he was sugared up.
Yeah.
But he still fell right asleep.
Unbelievable. Now, do you know how a monster truck rally scoring system works? Because I have no idea.
The most BS thing I've
Yeah.
ever seen in my life. So
Isn't it like it's
I was gonna say,
wrestling,
is
right?
it like wrestling or like medieval times or
I mean,
anything?
so there was a few judges, quote unquote judges. They never showed the judges, but they'd say, "Let's go to the judges with the score," and they would just throw out an arbitrary number. And so they would do different events. So each truck would like jump the cars or crush a car or do donuts or something like that, and they'd get scored. And then at the end of the day, there was one winner, and it was just ridiculous, but it was fun.
Would you ever want to drive a monster truck?
100% yes.
You would?
Yes.
I don't know if I want. I get scared backing out of the parking spot sometimes. But I'm like, I don't know if I could do a monster truck.
Do I want to drive a monster truck down the highway? Absolutely not. Do I want to drive a monster truck in their little arena where like whatever I hit, it's fine?
Over the cars? What if you flip though? They flip.
That's
they
fine.
got roll cages and stuff.
Yeah. I don't want to be the guy that like drives through the old RV. Have you ever seen that?
It
Like
explodes
it just explodes everywhere. I feel like that would be too much. But I'll drive over a few cars.
Look, one of the guys from Dude Perfect did it, and it looks incredible.
He did? Okay.
Doing like did a jump and everything. It was awesome.
The tall guy,
No, it's the beard guy,
the beard guy,
Tony.
Tyler
Tony.
We got Tyler. Yeah. Tyler's cool. I'm friends with his wife. We're Instagram friends.
Yeah, they're tight. They're
Yeah,
cool people.
They're cool.
So there was another incident that I had, and it just reminded me, Trey, I've told you this several times, and any parent out there, you always need to be prepared. There's a lot in life we can never prepare for.
Yeah.
Ever. But there's a few things we can't prepare for, and that's having extra clothes in the car. And maybe having a beach towel.
Yep.
Maybe having like a trash bag or something. You never know when you're going to need these things. And twice I was saved by my little pre-packed bag this past weekend. So once we were driving home from my parents' house, my daughter said that she wasn't feeling that great, and she had like 4 or 5 bags of fruit snacks during the day. So I thought maybe she just had too many fruit snacks. But we're coming back. We're about 10 minutes from the house. Throws up everywhere.
Oh, no.
Just everywhere. And my daughter is not one that throws up. My son used to throw up all the time. So I know what it's like to take apart a car seat, every single thing. It takes an hour.
The washing
You
is
got to
awful.
clean it.
Yep.
You got to scrub the seat belts and the buckles on there, and the smell never gets out. And put it all back together. But luckily, I had me a little towel, and I had some change of clothes and stuff. So as she said she wasn't feeling that good, I pulled over. I got a beach towel out, and I draped it across her.
Smart.
And so we keep going. Sure enough, a few minutes later, she pukes. Now, it didn't get everything. You still had to take the seat apart, but it wasn't as bad
Right.
as it could have been. And then a few weeks ago, we were at a friend's house. My son stepped in dog poop like 3 times.
Of course he did.
Constant getting it on his shoes, on his shirts. We had several extra changes of clothes in the car. So every time he stepped in something or whatever, we could change him and get him clean. So just always be prepared.
We had that.
That's what I'd say.
We had that, and recently Chloe spilled a bunch of water on her front,
Ooh,
and she
that's
was
fine.
freaking out. And Chloe's very particular about it. My son would be fine. He's like, whatever, it's wet, it'll dry off.
Yeah.
Chloe doesn't like that, and she wants to go home. And I said, no, guess what? Your dad has a pair of your pants and some panties in the back. And she looked at me like, that is weird.
You sure?
Sure, yeah. No, but I got some. I got some for Kason, underwear and pants, and a shirt. And I got some for Chloe, pants, panties, and a shirt.
Gotta have it.
Went out there, grabbed them, and realized They no longer fit my daughter.
You backed them like 3 years ago.
They were from 2 years ago, and these panties were not going to fit my daughter. They were like her first pant, like the first, like when she was really
They
little.
still like Minnie Mouse on them.
And then the pants were no longer, they were more like capris, you know, like, so I was like, all right, I guess we're just going to go home.
It was a thought that counts.
So make sure you check on that at least every 6 months, because that's how much kids start growing.
Okay, look. My daughter's just now starting to get into wearing big girl undies.
Yeah.
When am I going to get comfortable hearing the word panties? Because I don't like that word. It's just weird to me.
What do you call them? Undies?
Just underwear, undies.
Undies. I think panties is a cute word.
I mean, I guess, but it just seems weird. I don't like saying panties.
I'd rather have panties than hear my daughter say thong.
Well, that's going to happen.
Like that,
Sooner you than me, that's going to happen.
I don't want that.
Feels like panties is borderline sexual.
It kind of.
I don't know why.
It's got a weird tone to it.
It's not like full on like, oh man, yeah, we're talking about panties. All right, cool. But it's a little bit like, oh, he just said panties. He's talking about
Yeah, I mean, there's,
underwear.
Talking about songs, and you can order a shot at the bar, a panty dropper shot. It's just like, it's a weird tone,
but
and I don't like saying it that much.
It's got the ease at the end. Like, it's a cute, like panties. Cute.
See, but underwear works, right? I can just cover myself
yeah,
and just say
100%.
underwear.
What
Okay.
age do you stop having the extra set of clothes for your kids?
I don't know,
college.
16, you're still driving around with a pair of their...
I know grown men who need to pull over and get a change pair of underwear.
I used to have extra clothes in my car just in case some. You got to be ready, because I had an incident one time
Sure.
where that made me realize, like, I need that.
Now, I feel like...
Had you eaten wings or chili?
No, it was I don't know what I had eaten, but I was definitely.
It's something.
I dove into a bush.
asking.
I'll tell you, I dove into a bush, Nick. You know what else you should have in your car? Some backup gifts.
You think so?
Yeah, just in case if you ever get in trouble with the wife or something, or maybe you're going to a party and you realize, oh no, we didn't bring anything to like give the host. Boom.
Oh, that's a terrible feeling.
Right? So Uncommon Goods could help you out with this.
Yeah, Uncommon Goods has just the right gifts for all your loves and likes. So we're talking everyone, moms, dads, teens, your in-laws, your best friends, whoever.
Random people whose house you're going to.
And what's great is it's not just stuff that you can find anywhere. It's Uncommon Goods. They are unique and creative gifts, and often they're handmade by independent artists and makers, and they have really cool gift guides, which we're definitely going to need coming up into the holiday season, right? So we want you to check out Uncommon Goods.
They've got stuff that you can buy that's like really cool presents that you'd be excited to get Christmas morning, or they get tiny little stocking stuffers. So if there's something you need, you already got your big presents out of the way, but you need something tiny so that you can throw it in the stockings, maybe something to give the extended family member that, you're like, I don't know what to get them. There's always something for everybody on Uncommon Goods.
And look, don't procrastinate, because who knows what the holiday shopping is going to look like this season. I know everybody's getting really excited that we're going to get to go see our families in person, and the unique gifts at Uncommon Goods, they could sell out pretty fast. So get to shopping right now and take care of your family early.
And I know a lot of people would rather have an experience than just a physical item. Well, Uncommon Goods offers uncommon experiences. Choose from live online classes and things like mixology, cooking, flower arranging, embroidery, and more. It's going to be a really great gift.
And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. So to get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/chatty. That's uncommongoods.com/chatty, CHATTY, for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary.
Hey, we got some letters from some of our Chatty Daddy listeners. Should we answer some and attempt to give some advice?
Attempt? Oh, we will.
All right, so I got one from Emily. She said, hey guys, I need some advice from you all. My family is starting to plan our holiday get-togethers, and I feel like they are ignoring me. I am the only one with small children who still take naps. They ask everyone what time works for everybody. I tell them what my kids' nap time schedules are, and they still pick times during the nap times that I told them. Plus, they assign me to bring a food item that is essential to being there on time. Something like stuffing or mashed potatoes. Is there any way to say something without sounding difficult? It sucks that they always ignore me. This has happened several times before.
Interesting. 100% you got to step in and be like, hey, the kids got to sleep now. So
it doesn't work for me.
Green bean casserole is not making it on time, kids.
I can bring a pie.
Yeah.
And we'll be there by dessert, hopefully.
Exactly.
And this is something everyone goes through. So
You know, I feel like when people stop having kids, they forget about the stressful situations they used to be in. And like I've noticed that a lot with some of my friends, and especially this past during like COVID and everything, when it's working from home and all the bosses don't understand why you can't get work done. It's like,
Right.
well, I have 2 or 3 kids that are also out of school and I can't do everything all the time. So I feel like once you're out of having kids, you forget what it's like.
Yeah.
Totally.
We went on vacation with a family who had a little one, and it reminded me of how difficult it is because we would go to the beach, and they'd be like, "Oh, sorry, we got to go put him down for his nap." And then we're like, "Well, we just got to the beach about an hour ago."
Right.
And
you know,
at the end of the day, it's not a big deal for either of you guys.
No.
Sleep is important for the kiddo, and you guys, y'all don't have kids anymore. Y'all do you. We understand that we're the problem, so I'm going to make it where I'll just show up later. Sorry, can't make the stuffing. I can make a pie.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
Offer up the substitution so that you look like you're still trying to contribute, and you can just show up when the kid gets done with his nap.
and look,
nobody cares that much.
This is temporary. Your kids will outgrow the naps here in a couple years, if not a year from now, and everything will go back to normal. So just they're going to have to understand that's just what your life is like right now.
And it may seem inconsiderate from your perspective, but for them, they're trying to make it work for everybody.
Exactly.
And they know it's,
And you could always try and shift things up 30 minutes earlier or something. You know what I mean? You can try and, you can start breakfast 30 minutes earlier, maybe. You can start snacks 30 minutes earlier. You can start lunch 30 minutes earlier. And then maybe by their nap time, they can get into the rhythm of the day 30 minutes earlier, and maybe that'll help.
How little was the little one? Did they
She
say?
didn't say. She just said she has kids that take naps. So maybe if you can adjust by 30 minutes, shift it forward a little bit, maybe that can help get you to the family time sooner.
We were very regimented when it came to nap time. Were you guys, Nick?
Absolutely.
Are you
It's militant.
militant?
Yeah.
So were we, but we had friends that were not, and they didn't understand that. It's like, well, just don't have them take a nap today. It's like, no, no, they're gonna take a damn nap, because if they don't take a nap, it's gonna throw off the night routine, and we had a routine.
That's when I nap. We used that during COVID times to be like, hey, y'all just come to us. Y'all come to us. You bring me food. I got the kids. You bring me food. We'll have fun here. The kid can nap. We can watch some football.
And
can
it's on
host.
your schedule.
Yeah.
And then, and so you're hosting, but then you also can use the excuse of, well, I got the kids. You bring me the food.
Oh, but let's be honest, hosting, another stressor.
It is quite a beatdown.
Man.
We have volunteered already to host one thing.
Oh, it's so much.
And it'll be fine, but
It's fine.
still, it's just like, I know, it's like, now I got to make sure the yard looks halfway decent.
Listen, when you're hosting, here's what you got to get ready for. You and the husband and wife are definitely going to get into an argument. All right, that's
You think
just
so. Preparing.
it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be fine. Okay.
And you know what's so frustrating? Okay, I can already see this argument happening between my wife and I. My wife, she plans great. She's very meticulous, very detail oriented.
And you ruin it all.
And what I will say is, hey, let me know what I can do. Like I can go to the store and pick whatever out, and then if you want to make it, you can make it.
That's what we do. We're assistants.
Tell me which dishes from the closet you want down, and I'll get them. And she always says it's faster if I do it,
Sure.
than for me to explain it to you. And then I say, okay, we're very stressed out right now. I'm trying to help you not be so stressed out and take 3 things off your list. Let me do that. No, it'll be. And then I'm like, okay, fine, do it.
My wife is set on thinking that I screw things up on purpose.
So that you get out of doing it in the future?
Because it always turns into like, I try to go in there and help, and then she gets frustrated because I'm getting in her way, and she goes, just get out. I get out. I can handle this, and I'll get out. And then 10 minutes later, it's, man, I really could use some help.
Yeah, you're not helping
And I'm
me.
sitting there going like, I tried to help. Just tell me what you need me to do, and I'll do it.
But JC, she shouldn't have to tell you how to help you.
That's
just
what
know.
she said. I feel like Ryan Gosling in The Notebook. I feel like the guy yelling, what do you want?
Yeah. What do you want? Tell me what you want.
What do you want?
On a regular Tuesday, that might be the case, but I think we're for the big holidays.
Sure. We're genuinely
I don't know what I'm
trying to
doing.
help.
Do you
Yeah.
know what you're
No,
doing?
I don't know what I'm doing.
So I'm here to get you the flour.
Just tell us. We're dumb.
We need directions.
We need dumb. All right, we got one right here from Lupe, which is short for Trey.
It's Lupe. Hang on. It is short for Lupe. Hang on.
Good.
It's short
Spanish.
for fiasco.
No, not Lupe Fiasco, the singer.
Oh, okay.
Spanish hairpiece.
No, not Toupee.
Lupe is pretty good. Yeah.
Guadalupe. Every if you have a Mexican friend or a Hispanic friend, we all have we have a tia named Lupe.
Like the river.
Guadalupe. Yeah, like the Guadalupe.
Is Guadalupe, is that a real word? Does it translate to something?
The La Virgen de Guadalupe, the Virgin Mary.
Ah.
Okay, from Lupe. Anyways, what's up, chatty daddies? I will get straight to it. So personally, being a 90s baby, I love seeing kids actually play outside, right? Same. I play outside every day with my own daughters. I live in an apartment, and the kid downstairs must be the most popular kid in the whole school. Almost every day, a large group of middle school preteen boys hang outside and inside his apartment. They blast music from a stereo and custom spray paint their bikes and shoot BB guns.
Hey.
That sounds dope.
They actually might be listening to Lupe Fiasco.
Unless you're the mother of
of course,
two
of course.
kids that want to play outside,
But
and there's
thinking-
these scary kids outside.
This reminds me of like my growing up. This is it. Old me would be like, kids are kids, no big deal. Now that I'm a dad, I feel annoyed by it. Oh, by the way, Guadalupe can also be a dude. So Lupe, it's a dude Lupe. I love it.
Like Lupe Fiasco.
There you go. I talk with his parents maybe twice a week, just passing each other in the hallway. I've never brought it up. The kid himself is very polite and kind and not really and doesn't have bad behavior. I just wanted to know, am I being a Karen? Should I ignore it, or should I let his parents know he's acting a fool when they're not around?
I mean, look, if my kid was shooting BB guns in an apartment complex with like cars and stuff around, I'd probably want to know that.
Yeah, you want to bring up the issues.
Yeah.
Here's what you want to do. Lupe. You want to make sure this doesn't turn into something. Mm-hmm. And how do you make sure something doesn't turn into something? You nip it in the bud. Mm-hmm. And you got to let the parents know, hey, this is what's going on. So before anything bad happens, like they shoot at a person with a BB gun, or before they spray paint someone's fence, or they do something that could get them in really, really big trouble, let the parents know. That way they could have a conversation with him and say, hey, we want you to have fun. We want you to do middle school boy stuff. But at the same time, we want you to be smart and know that there are going to be consequences if you do something stupid, which is where this is leading.
Yeah, and there's probably obviously a way that you bring up the conversation, your tone and how you're talking to them. Obviously, don't come out with your neck working back and forth and telling them that they're bad parents and they have a bad kid. You just say like, hey, it's awesome your son's having a lot of friends. Just
I love
like
it.
Maybe not the BB guns.
And dad goes to dad, right? You got to go talk to the dad, or you got to go talk to mom.
Because you could have a bro conversation, be like, hey, what's up, man? My name is Lupe. Todd, I see your boy living his best life with his buddies. I just wanted to make you aware of a couple things, man. It's just, I know kids will be kids. We probably did it as kids, but I saw my guy shooting some BB guns, and I just, before anything bad happens, I just wanted to make you aware of it so that maybe you could have a conversation with him about being, a good citizen and doing the right things even when you guys are not around. And hopefully the dad takes it.
Yeah. And maybe by bringing that up, you may not even have to bring up the other things with the loud music or something like that. Maybe the dad will have the conversation with his son, and maybe it can kind of take care of itself.
Speaking of playing outside, what percentage of time does your kid spend playing outside? Like a good amount of time, or
I would say, like, my son probably plays outside for like 20 minutes a day, like before or after dinner. He'll play outside.
Nice.
This is where I feel I'm failing. Not much. Probably about 20. I try to push him to go ride bikes, but we have been in football season. I'm gonna make it a thing where I'm gonna push him out there with his bike and say, "Hey, don't come home until the lights are turned on," because that's how we used to do it. Now, Lupe did do a dad rank, by the way.
All right. Trey's number one. U.S. Trey. U.S. Trey.
I don't know if this is a 1, 2, 3 rank. He put one Trey.
That's right. That's right. Correct. Yeah.
Next to
Well,
it.
Trey's kid doesn't do anything, so
100% correct.
And then he put next to it chillest. Like you're the chillest dad.
Okay. First time.
So
first time anybody's used that as an adjective for me.
He ranked you as the chillest dad.
And then Trey's probably the most high-strung one of us, right?
Big time.
Yeah.
Number 2, JC. Now, again, I don't know, Nick, I don't know if this is a numerical rank. I think he's just ranking what kind of dads we are. He said JC, number 2, coolest.
Oh, wow. Yeah, cool. Man,
I see what you mean.
That flat bill all smug right now.
It's not that flat.
Yeah, it's a flat bill hat.
It's light curve.
Speaking of
t-shirt on.
cool guy stuff, Did you see, Nick? Did you see the uniform that
Why
the
are you
coaches?
asking Nick? You got to ask me.
Did you see the uniforms that the coaches wear on the sidelines for JC's football team?
The soon-to-be fired coaches?
Yes, exactly.
I did not
First
see
of all,
them.
we're not getting fired.
Do you
Didn't see
think?
'em.
Do you think that the next round of coaches will keep the sleeves on their shirts, or are they all going to be shirtless?
You don't have shirtless.
sleeveless shirts as well.
Hell yeah, we do.
Shirtless coaching shirt.
You didn't see it?
It's all the
Sleeveless
coaches, not just you, right?
All of us have.
See, I really hope you're the only one that cut them off. But do the other coaches wear it?
Yes, we all
Okay.
have the same shirt, and it has our names on the back. Some of the coaches they like to wear sleeves from time to time, but the head coach and I, KJ and I, we go sun's out. If the sun's out, the guns are out.
That's awesome.
You're wearing the Matt Rule sweatshirt,
Yeah.
like just not even sweater vest, but it's just like the sweater vest hoodie.
Let us be us.
I'm
Let us be us.
It does put a little bit of swag on the team. I feel like that's probably a good look. It's fine.
Thank you, Nick.
It's these new sissy coaches, Trey.
yeah.
Yeah. Number 3. Again, this is not a numerical ranking, I don't think. Lupe, you're going to have to write us back, bro, and let us know. Nick, smartest.
Ah, okay. I'll take
Smartest.
that.
Okay.
I am wearing glasses right now.
You are wearing
Yeah,
glasses.
you are. You know who else is smart? People that take Ritual.
Oh my gosh, I love Ritual.
Yeah, anyone that's trying to take care of themselves is smart, right?
So we know Ritual as the multivitamin company that we know and trust. So Ritual is the multivitamin company that we know and we trust. But they are jumping into the protein powder game. And protein powders, they can be a little intimidating. They're just like, we've got this. We're trying to be badasses. Oh.
Have you ever gone down like an aisle and seen all the protein powders?
Super
Yeah,
intimidating.
It's so ridiculous.
And the thing with protein powders is a lot of the times people don't read the ingredients,
It's
right?
so confusing.
And it's confusing, and some of the words you can't even pronounce. Well, Ritual's protein powder, yeah, this bad boy, plant-based, but don't let that scare you because the flavors are still delicious.
Where do you want your scientists to come from?
Smart schools, probably.
Yeah, Harvard is where some of their scientists
perfect. Yeah,
went
that's a good
to.
one.
They reimagine protein from the ground up, inside out, from how it's made to who it's for and why it's needed. The result is a delicious plant-based protein. They're offering 3 premium formulas for distinct life stages and unique nutrient needs, all made with the same high standard approach and commitment to traceability that Ritual is known for.
Yeah, you deserve to know what you're putting in your body and why. And that's why with Ritual's one-of-a-kind visible supply chain, you always know what's in the formulas, from where the ingredients come from and why they're even included to begin with. Because you know how many times you look at the label and you're like, why is this 17-letter word in this?
Right.
I don't know. Ritual's going to tell you why it's there.
I mean, you can get 20 grams of pea protein. PEA protein, by the way.
That made you laugh? That made you stop down and laugh? Pea protein? We want you to get some Ritual, shake up your ritual to make something new less scary. Ritual offers a money-back guarantee if you're not 100% in love. Plus, our listeners are going to get 10% off during your first 3 months. Just visit ritual.com/daddies and add essential protein today. That's ritual.com/daddies.
All right, I got one last letter for us.
Let's do it.
All right, this guy is apparently wanting to go to the beach or something. He says, "Sup, playas."
Great dad joke.
Thank you very much. I was trying to twist the words.
Your bilingual skills right now are on point.
Hey, I've got uno, dos, tres, cuatro down.
And playa.
Trying to teach Quaid 2 different languages. Anyway, Jared says, "Sup, players? I have to run something by you 3. First off, love the podcast. Thanks for being honest. Makes me feel like a better dad than I thought I was. I have a 13-year-old daughter, and she is wanting to start dating.
Hell no.
I wouldn't say I'm extremely strict, but I have discouraged her from dating in the past. With her being in junior high, it scares me. I know what those boys are thinking. I am at a place where I am cool with her dating a little, but I still want some rules. Are there any rules I can put down? Are there any rules that I can put down that are reasonable? Thanks, guys."
Bro, this is what I'm most afraid of.
Yeah, and you're getting closer to being there. Has Chloe said anything about boyfriends or anything
No,
like that? 'Cause
so-
she's 7, 8.
She's 8, and I remember when I was 8, I had a little girlfriend here
Oh,
and
for
there. You know?
sure.
So I'm very open with my kids, and I ask them, I'm like, hey, do you have a crush on anyone in class? My son, really open about it. He's been a one-girl guy. He's had this crush on this girl since they were, I think, 3 or 4. Like he's like me, I guess. He finds one and he's set.
No luck just yet?
No luck.
Okay.
Yeah. But he puts all his
put
eggs
it
in
out
that
there.
basket. That's all good with me, bro. And then Chloe, I ask her and I say, hey, any crushes on any boys. And this is why having an older brother is the best thing for your daughter. Because when I asked, she said, ew, no. And I said, why ew? Like, what's wrong with boys? You know, I see some nice boys in your class. You don't think any of them are? I was like, I don't want you to have boyfriends, but, and she goes, no, they're like Kaysen. They fart and they burp and they are annoying and they make noises for no reason. I'm like, okay, cool. You having an older brother has shown you what a boy is like. And you don't want anything to do with that. And that's awesome.
Well, I think our listener's daughter has got some boys that she's interested in.
She does have. So here's the rules. Based on what some of the parents of the girls that I dated in middle school did, because here's what I noticed. The parents that were really strict, you know, those were the parents that were doing stuff back in the day.
You think they were the wild ones?
They were the wild ones. They were the ones that are a little more advanced than the other kids, and they probably, like he mentioned in that letter, Trey, he knows what those boys are thinking.
Sure.
But if you tell a 13-year-old girl you can't do something, or a boy for that matter, they're going to want to go do it anyway. Just think back to when you were 13. They're going to go do it.
Yeah.
So you got to give her a little leash. Make sure that door stays open. I'm not a big fan of having boys in the room at all. Maybe keep it in the living room.
Yeah, or in the game room, or
in the game room,
whatever.
Somewhere where it can't get romantic.
Yeah, and you and Kinsey will just find a way to happen to walk through the room. Oh, gotta go take the trash out.
How about that? Oh, hey, how you guys doing?
Might I throw an idea out there?
Yeah, absolutely.
What if you do kind of like a double date Dave and
Absolutely.
Buster's kind of thing? They can go off and run around to go play some video games. I mean, you can kind of keep an eye on them
Love
from
that.
30, 40 feet away
In
while you're
group dates,
playing your own.
Group dates, if they're with a bunch of their friends and stuff, would hopefully be better,
Oh,
right?
I meant like mom and dad or
Mom and dad.
mom and dad
Yeah.
or the double date kind of thing where you'll go to Dave and Buster's and you can be across the room and still see them having fun and they can enjoy each other's company but not in
Great
the
idea.
bedroom.
Because let me tell you what happened during our double dates in middle school, Nick. We went to a movie and we just sat there and made out the whole time.
Totally.
Yep.
Oh,
That's all we
yeah.
did. It was like,
Wasn't it great?
4 different couples. We go up to the top and we just sat there and made out.
Really
the whole time.
weird to look over and see like your best friend making out with someone, but
Yeah.
we did it. We
Then
all
you
did
got
it.
You got that dumb friend. The parents pick you up afterwards. They're like, "Oh, how was the movie?"
Good.
I don't know. Idiot. Just say good.
And I will say, back to your point about being super strict, I would say probably 80% chance that if you're super strict, whenever they go off to college or something like that, they're going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And whereas the parents who are a little bit more open, they don't, and that's the case with like drinking or anything like that. They're not going to be binge drinking themselves into oblivion as soon as they get to college.
Have y'all had to have the conversation? I'm sorry, I'm derailing this real
Of what?
quick, but where you have to say, hey, we're not going to be the cool house. You have to talk with your wife about, hey, we're not going to be the cool house. We're not going to be the ones that you can come and drink at our place. We're not going to be the weed smoking family.
Yeah, I haven't had that talk. I don't think
Not
we're going to
yet.
be. We're not going to be that house.
I don't want to be that house, but I want it to be a safe house to where the kids feel cool enough to like be able to come over, and because I had that. It was my friend Luke. His dad was a pastor, and I didn't really grow up going to church very much, and so I felt like I had a little bit of a shelter at his place. And he would invite us over, and it'd be us boys and our girlfriends sometimes, and he would talk with us, and his mom would make us a peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and we'd just watch TV.
Well, all of
And
this sounds nice and wholesome. I'm talking about, like, I had a friend named Josh where his dad was making us mix drinks and stuff at 14, 15 years old.
We also had that. We also had that house, and that I don't want to be that house because it was there was moms that were like getting a little too touchy with the guys, and like,
Whoa.
yeah, dude, it was like they would invite their older friends over, and like it would make you feel uncomfortable. Like they'd have
that's
a
weird.
pool,
That's much more
and they'd be like,
uncomfortable than
"Boys,
my
why don't you guys
experience."
take off your shirts?"
What?
And like,
What's happening? What
yeah,
is
so
this?
it got this was
didn't
What
like
mean
adult film is this?
I
that
didn't
you're
mean to
watching?
go down this path.
no, this was high school, and it was just like, no, man, it was just felt creepy. And the older you got, and once you got out, it just felt wrong. I don't want kids to feel that way about me later.
Interesting.
Yeah, I definitely want to be the fun come hang out house. I would love that. I
But
don't
not
want to
the
be
party.
the come drink and party at our house. No.
Yeah.
But I do want to be the, hey, always call me if you need me. I don't care if I'm asleep. Always call me if you're going to
Right.
drive or something.
How do you guys feel about having the conversation with your daughter, Trey, if you guys down the line have a daughter, about when they get to middle school age, about what boys are like
Sure.
and their mentality, and that it's okay to say no, and that you don't need to do things that you don't feel comfortable with, even if they beg you and tell you that that's how love works. Because That's what I'm mostly afraid of. I'm mostly afraid of that mental game that boys in middle school play with girls.
Absolutely. But I'd also at the same time have the conversation at the exact same time as with my son and say, hey, jerk, here's what consent is.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times we put everything on the girl. It's the girl's responsibility not to lead the little boy on because the little boys are only thinking about getting in your pants. But you also have to teach the little boys about how to respect women. And it's not just on the little girls. To not, quote, tempt the boys. It's on the boys for how they react to.
This was something that a dad told me when I had Chloe, and it stuck with me. And he said, listen, this is the difference between having a boy and a girl. Because I had my boy, I had Kason, and then Chloe. He said, with your boy, you only got to worry about one penis. With your daughter, when she gets older, you're going to have to worry about all the penises. And it stuck with me like, oh my God, this dude is right. Because I can talk to my son and teach him how to be a gentleman, but I have
can't talk to every other.
I have
son.
no jurisdiction when it comes to all the other boys out there. I don't have any ability to instill what I want a man to be like towards my daughter. I don't have that.
Yeah.
It's only going to be it's going to be up to her and finding the right person and hopefully it's not a jerk.
Would it be weird to sit down with your daughter and ask her how she thinks she deserves to be treated? Like, it seems important for women and young girls growing up to know how they should be treated. Like, if you saw somebody getting yelled at, would you think that that's a good boyfriend?
No.
Julie? So then Julie has a thought process of, yeah, I should be treated better than the way I'm being treated right now.
I don't have that conversation with Chloe. I'd show her.
Sure.
And I got crap for this. I posted when Chloe was little. We do dates. I take my daughter. I date my daughter. And I know that sounds every people. Oh,
you can twist it to be bad.
You can twist it bad all you want. But I posted a picture of one of our little dates. I pick her up. I buy her flowers, and I open the door for her. I compliment her, and we sit down and have a dinner together, and we talk about stuff. And I show her what a date is supposed to be like. So instead of having a conversation of, all right, so a boy's supposed to pick you up and open the door for you, and all that, I show her. I just go and do it. I said, hey, Chloe, we're going on a daddy-daughter date, and we still do it to this day. We started at 2 years old, and we do it now when she's 8 years old, and I let her pick what she wants to go do. It could be a movie. We can go get candy or milkshakes. It doesn't have to be extravagant. We go to dinner. She wants to go to an Italian restaurant half the time, and we'll go have a daddy-daughter date.
I love it.
And I've had people going like, that's just, you're not showing her the proper way, and it's blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, I just want to show her what true love from a man
that's
feels like. And it also happens at home, the way I talk to her mom. You won't catch me screaming at her mom ever. I won't yell at Kinsey. I don't raise my voice at Kinsey. And as sexist as this may sound towards my son, while I yell at Kason from time to time, I raise my voice. I don't do that with Chloe. Even when I'm mad at her, even when she messes up, I don't raise my voice towards her because I just don't feel like a man should ever raise his voice towards a woman. Now, if she's running in traffic, yeah, I'm going to yell, Chloe, don't be an idiot. That's different. But I'm not going to yell at her for mistakes. I'm not going to yell at her for messing up. I try not to.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
But to our listeners' letter, there's certainly some things you're probably going to need to talk to if you're married, to your wife, talk to your daughter. Just kind of have a nice open conversation. And I wouldn't say be super strict, but obviously I wouldn't let the floodgates open and she can do anything she wants either. Yeah,
you want to let her be her own person and make her own choices, but you still got to be there to guide her along. But man, we're going to be praying for you, bro. I know you're driving, you're entering that realm where it's scary as a dad when you have a daughter. But I know if your wife is there, she could probably speak to this a lot better than three dudes in a room because she went through it as a teenager, and she might be able to help out with that a little bit more as well.
Completely separate topic. Yeah. But when the day comes when your kids are like in their teens and they say, I'm going to be spending the night at Jeff's house, are you going to like drive over to Jeff's house to make sure like their car is there?
Yep.
Or something like that?
100%.
You think so?
Hell yeah. I know what I did.
Yeah, okay, because you were never at Jeff's house.
But you got to do it, and now you're trying to stop your kid from doing it?
No, it's not that I'm going to stop them from doing it.
You just want to know if it happened.
Yeah, I'm going to drive by and see, are they truly there? Yeah. And this is where my trust level is going to be at. So if they're there, trust level is going to be at 100. Now, if they're not there, I'm going to take that note down. I'm not going to go off on them. I'm not going to snitch on them. I'm not going to yell at them. I'm just going to take notes and see where things are happening. I'm just doing it as a parent just to see.
Okay, I would like to know if some of our listeners have caught their kid doing something but never told them about it.
Just waiting to bring it up later, or
waiting to bring it up later, or like this isn't important enough to like bust him on, but like if you found out that your son snuck out of the house, but you never brought it up to him. Because
or you find those dirty magazines.
Exactly.
It's a receipt. So, for example, Kaysen says, I'm going to go to sleepover with John, whatever. I'm going to go to his house. And I drive by dude, and he's not there. Clearly, the guy went out, God knows where, maybe a girl. I don't know what he's going to be doing at 17, 16. But he's not there. I'm going to jot that down. And he comes up to me 2 months later and says, hey, I want to take a road trip down to Austin, Texas with my boys. I'm going to say, no.
Why?
What did I do?
You're so mean, Dad.
I've been an outstanding citizen. I've been doing this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I'll say, I can't let you go because you don't have my trust yet. Why? What did I do? Well, Kaysen, on this day, you said you were going to sleep at John's house. I drove by. Your car wasn't there. Where'd you go? Huh? You said you were John. You weren't there. On this day, you said you guys were going to go watch a movie at the theater. I drove by the movie. I'm not going to do that much, but so you can bust out these things to let them know. Hey, you got to earn my trust. Hey, I'll let you do things, but you got to make sure you don't lie to me. You're going to go spend time with your girl on a Friday. Tell me. Don't freaking lie to me. Don't tell me you're going to spend the night at some dude's house and then lie to me. Don't lie. That's my issue. It's the lying.
The great thing is Apple makes like $20 GPS trackers right now that you can just throw in someone's car.
Yeah, it's a lot harder now to be a teenager.
Yeah.
It's so much harder.
That's cheating.
Bro, I went to Mexico. I was 16 and I went to Mexico with my friends.
And look at you now. You're great.
Yeah, but like we almost got arrested and stuff. It was bad.
Oh.
Like it could have been bad. I went to Mexico, Tijuana.
That is bad.
That is bad.
That is bad. But we have taken up way too much of everyone's time today. Thanks for joining us. If you would be so kind, please leave us a 5-star rating, leave us a good review on whatever podcasting platform you're listening to us on, and be sure to subscribe to us. And we will see you next week.
Oh,